a hyperboard for both physical material and metaphysical consciousness dominion. Immerse yourself in each unique immortal world. There will be a part 2 for the advanced player. Welcome to Genesis, the world's first time travel game. 698 cards across 13 Immortals. Each Immortal will have their own world. This is a physical card game, and it will be built in the metaverse. Let's go over each of the Immortal philosophies and their locations within Genesis. First, Uranus in white. Rome, Vatican City. The role in the time travel game? The throne of law. And the rationale and influence for Uranus is the Greco-Roman legacy, foundation of modern legal, political, and philosophical frameworks, archetype of divine kingship, origin of Western civilization's architecture and temporal order. Number 2, Neptune in blue. Her location is London and Islands. The role in the time travel game? She is the treasury of commerce, and the rationale and influence she brings to the game. She is the center of maritime law, banking, and world's trade, controls island territories, spiritual seat of the oceans and commerce. Partner to Uranus, he is the law, she is the reward. Number 3, Pluto, Hong Kong, the Greater China. Role in the time travel game? The vault of entertainment and influence. The future HQ for worlds, transport, and content. Belts, trains, and roads connected to AI, robotics, and future education. Represents fashion, luxury, cultural dominance, hidden regret, and adaptation. Next, Saturn, Jerusalem, the court of faith and fulfillment. The future site of unified world religions in the game, called Trinity of Unity, home to sacred discipline, prophecy, and performance, where fulfillment through control and peace must merge. The Sun, Switzerland, Bern, Geneva, the dominion of order and wealth. World neutrality, home to Red Cross, CERN, world banking, diplomacy, enlightened rule by perspective, controls the levers of disclosure. Number 6, Mars, Washington, D.C., the forge of power and enforcement. Military might, willpower, world's protection, and projection of courage, where will meets law. It's the seat of the global fire, war, and passion. 7, the Moon, her location? Tibet and Nepal, with hidden branches in Silicon Valley and Iceland. And the role in the time travel game is the cradle of awareness and choice. Within the rationale and influence of the Moon is the spiritual navigation, meditation, hidden knowledge, safe zones of mind, dream, and fertility, linked to mystery, emotion, and human consciousness. Mercury, 8, Tokyo, and Seoul. The network of change and technology is the role in the time travel game. And the rationale and influence of Mercury is the epicenters of technological evolution, AI ethics, and innovation. Mercury's tools and adaptation expressed its futurism and integration. Number 9, Venus. Her location is the Amazon rainforest. The sanctuary of harmony and health is her role in the time travel game. The rationale and influence she brings is the center for natural beauty, preservation, fantasy, and religion in its service-oriented sense, and heart-centered governance. Number 10, Jupiter, Rio de Janeiro, also an Africa's economic hubs. His role in time travel game is the empire of expansion and vitality. His rationale and influence that he brings to the time travel game is the spirit of joy, abundance, activity, and celebration. Untapped raw energy, builders of the new renaissance through youth and life. Number 11, Star, Los Angeles, with a twin in Las Vegas. The role in the time travel game, the stage of influence and legacy, and the rationale and influence that the star brings to the time travel game is that it is the epicenter of myth creation, storytelling, flame, and image. It shapes the collective dreamscape, the influencer of future archetypes. Then number 12, the shadow. This is an undisclosed location. It exists in every realm, but the role in the time travel game is this is the invisible sanctuary of integrity. And the rationale and influence Shadow brings to the game is the present in all hidden movements, whistleblowers, sacred silence, whispered through Iceland, underground nodes, invisible cities. Which brings us to number 13, the villain, the catalyst, Singapore, Monaco. The Shatter Point is the location. This is of strife and change. Wealth-controlled city-states, control over competition, and worlds arbitration. Chaos hidden as neutrality. The Edgewalker's location between wealth, rebellion, and evolution is what the villain brings to the time travel game. Now there are future players and potentials of the future. We can go over those as well. Dubai and Neom. But first, the Immortals and you demand a recap. Uranus in Rome in white. He is the legacy of empire, law, and matrix architectural codes. He was the start of the new game in the past and the start of this game in 2025. Neptune in London in blue. She is the crown maritime system, the matrix banks, the isles and ports, all whisper her rule over commerce. Venus in the Amazon in green. She's the Earth's lungs, hidden civilizations, health, beauty, and the spiritual feminine essence pulses there. Pluto in Hong Kong in brown, strategic, both for entertainment, media licensing, and resource logistics. Future resource initiatives and distribution equals power of correction and balance. Saturn in Jerusalem in black foretells the unification of the major religions into a trinitized system of matrix moral alignment. Sun in Switzerland in purple. His wealth, neutrality, and deep-rooted structures of trust and exposure are governed there. Mars in Washington, D.C. in red. His role as enforcer, protector, and the world's projection of power and passion. Mercury in Tokyo represents the hyper-evolution of tools, tech, and neural network adaptation. Jupiter in Rio radiates joy, youth, vitality, growth, and the undeveloped power of the Renaissance to come. The moon in Tibet, Nepal reflects dream, compassion, emotion, and the unseen navigators of destiny. Star in Los Angeles with a twin in Las Vegas, the stage where the collective dream is shaped, fractured, and echoed across timelines. Shadow, appearing in every corner of the world, honors the reality of truth, moving quietly through transparency and correction. Lastly, the villain, the catalyst in Singapore, Monaco, dominators of finance, arbitration, neutrality, and technological gatekeeping, cloaked in progress. For those who wish to listen further, but what of the future? Let's surf the ripples within the time travel game and discuss Dubai, the fusion citadel in the time travel game. The symbolism here is the fusion of East and West, tradition and technology, religion and luxury, desert and sky. The function will be a real-world hyperportal, matrix trade, AI innovation, tourism, diplomacy. So Dubai will be a nexus realm, a multi-immortal embassy zone, a place where Neptune, Mercury, and Pluto intersect in future games, serves as the trade, tech, and cultural crossroads of the future. Could be an official shared territory, a player-controlled hub where alliances and negotiations happen. Then there's Neom in Saudi Arabia, the vision experiment. The symbolism here is the future utopia, radical redesign of society, Green AI cities, surveillance versus sustainability, grid-based reality. The function here is the first fully AI-managed megacity built from scratch to test post-human civilization models. Neom is the proof of concept for Civilization 2.0, both in beauty and in potential dangers. The immortal resonance here within the alliances would be Saturn of discipline, shadow of correction, and sun of exposure, and star of legacy. Then the Sandman travels to the future to return those belonging to it. Neom as the prototype realm, a future scenario realm where humanity's next evolution is tested, could serve as the battlefield of values, a Renaissance versus war tipping point location, operated by Shadow, Saturn, or Sun, depending on the timeline path chosen. The shared territories and alliances in the future game will introduce a profound layer of diplomacy, synergy, and coevolution that mirrors the real structures of power, trust, and timing in our world. Will we see cooperation versus control, trust versus advantage, shared success versus selfish conquest? It turns power into a choice, and that's real game theory.